Today we are continuing the 7 laws of investing. How many of you read the story that popped up on our feeds today about Nigeria's richest comedian, a most famous comedian, who claimed that he lost $3.7 million in Forex in 2024? According to him, he had given some Forex trader, $3.7 million to trade for him, and he lost all that money. Okay, of course, many of us don't believe that. You don't just take $3.7 million and give to someone to trade for you and make money for you, just like that. So it's not believable. It's not believable. There must be other things going on about Mark Angel's claim to have lost $3.7 million trading, or someone traded for him in the stock market. So I think what is going on, from what I gather, is that he has a court case with someone who has a claim over his money, over 50% of his money in the courts. And so I think maybe that's the origin of that story. But having said that, the laws of investing do not spare anybody. If you violate it, no matter who you are, even if you're Warren Buffett or you are Elon Musk, if you violate the law of investing, these 7 laws of investing, it will punish you. So even though I personally think that Mark Angel is being fictitious with his claim that he gave someone $3.7 million to trade for him and he lost all that money, that he's currently bankrupt or something, even though that is fictitious, but it's actually it's happening. It's happening in our world today. People are losing money every single day because they do not know the laws of investing. How many of you in the comment section, all right? How many of you in the comment section, just type me, if you have ever lost money in an investment scam. If you've ever been scammed and you lost money, just type me in the comment section. Of course, I'm number 1. I've lost so much money, years ago in investment scams. I've lost a lot of money in investment scams. I lost our total family savings with Nospetco and another one that they called the Wealth Zone at the time. And so people lose money whenever they violate these 7 laws of investing. Now, many places I'm invited to, coach people or to speak to groups. I always do that exercise. I ask people, for a show of hands, how many of you have been defrauded? How many of you have fallen victim to scams, to money scams? And I'm not kidding you. In almost every place I have gone, literally 100% of people have been scammed. Okay, so this is why I'm doing this, because this is the only way you are going to keep your money safe, because you're busy working hard to earn income, to invest and put something aside for your family. But the scammers are also busy. They don't sleep when you sleep. They are also busy plotting how to take that money from you. And it's not something that started today. So one of your key financial intelligence goals is to protect your money from scammers. Scammers. If you see 10 opportunities in the social media today, very likely 9.5 are scams. 9 are scams. And then unfortunately, people seem to fall for scams, much more easily, because they don't know how to recognize the real thing. I have been inviting people to enroll for the Financial Fitness Challenge, where you will actually learn the ropes and have a total money makeover for your business. Not many people are taking advantage of that. But if I come tomorrow and tell you, okay, I need 70 people who will drop 500,000, that there is this deal. If you drop 500,000 with me, every one of you, that within 6 months, that your 500,000, I'm going to give you 1 million. Do you know that all of you who claim that they don't have the 100,000 naira to register for the financial fitness challenge, they will find 500,000 naira? I don't understand how. I don't understand it. And the scammers know it. It's like there's a glitch in human psyche that the scammers, play to. And then people jump for it. And so many people are falling into all kinds of money scams because they do not understand these 7 laws that we've been talking about. Okay, so let's pause for a moment. I would like to know and to acknowledge the people in the room. So, type the country and city that you are watching from and tell us what you do. Okay, so let's build a community. And then remember, this is a coaching session. It's not a teaching or lecturing session. So this interaction is very important, for you, and also very important for me. Tell me what you do, and tell me also, what do you want to learn tonight? That is really very important. So type in the comment section the city or the country you are joining from, and then type what you want to learn tonight. So I would like to actually hear from you. What would you like to learn tonight? We are discussing the 7 laws of investment, whether you are investing in real estate, or you're investing in stock market or forex, or investing in e-commerce, online ventures. These laws are the same. What do you want to learn tonight? Okay, tell me what you want to learn tonight, your goal, your learning goal tonight. So I'll be able to put that together in my presentation. Okay, Adebanjo Adebi Bath, Aibodio, Solomon Ikenna, Akonde Abiola, Zerezi Godwin. Zerezi, that's a beautiful name. Where are you watching from? So we have Chiba Mwale Kanguma. Chiba Mwale, where are you watching us from? Okay, tell me, and then tell me what you want to learn tonight. Okay, Nana Kwame Owen is watching from Kumasi in Ghana. Okay, Muka Diana Mbuzi, tell me where you are watching from and what would you like to learn this evening. Yeah, Ziwa Chalix, good evening. Ajibola Olulola, all right. Ziwa is watching from Nairobi in Kenya. Sumaila Idris is watching from Abuja, Nigeria. Tell me what you would like to learn tonight. Ufoma Makelemi is watching from Ireland. Unowu Nwaibuife. Okay, welcome. Tell me where you're watching from. Maureen is watching from Owerri. Said Hussein is watching in Abuja, watching from Abuja. You are an accountant, an auditor. Okay, so you want to know well about real estate. Okay, very good. Oben Dako Mario is okay. You want to know stocks. Former wants to know real estate. Okay, Mukai, you're watching from Lusaka in Zambia. All right, and your question is it wise to invest in real estate? Okay, very good. Favor is watching from Aba. You would like to learn more about the stock market. Okay, very good. All right, so I'll be making references to these various investment platforms, but I would want to focus mostly on the laws governing the investment. And then, of course, in subsequent nights, we can be taking each of them. We look at real estate. I will share what I know, what is practical about real estate, what I know about real estate and what is practical. Because I think many times, if you go online, these things are hyped and sometimes overhyped. And because they are hyped, if you don't understand these laws that I am talking about, it could present a very big challenge for you. It makes you an easy prey to online scams. Okay, let me log on to this on this phone as well, so I might actually read it. These laws that I might read your comments much better. Okay, Ajibola, I like that there's a lot of awareness about the stock market right now. I really like that, because I think that many of us have been missing this incredible wealth building opportunity because we have been busy looking at shiny objects. Now, I want to, before we go on to law number 4, something occurred to me. I want to share something with you. I just did a calculation. I just did a calculation like 15 minutes ago that I think would be helpful to encourage you and to inspire you on this journey for this journey to investment. Okay, so now, so permit me to use the Nigerian Naira, but it's the same thing for those of you watching from Nairobi, Zambia, Ghana. You know, just put the equivalent of your money to the number I'm going to call. All right. So, but I need you to imagine, okay, that you are 30 years old. Okay, 30 years old, and that every month, starting from this January, that every month that you invest 20,000 Naira. Okay, you invest 20,000 Naira, let's say in the stock market. Okay. Now, I did a calculation to show you what will happen to that money. I mean, if you do that consistently every month, you do 20,000 Naira. This is very, very doable. It's extremely doable. The first year I started investing, I didn't know how all those millions, I didn't even know where it came from. I'm telling you, I didn't know where the transactions that I had on my portfolio, I didn't know where that money came from. I said, really? Because could it have been just from my salary? I was working with Chevron at the time. So the mysterious thing about saving to invest is that once you start, you never stop. And you never really know how much you can save until you start. You will shock yourself. You see, once it enters your blood, you know, like we say in this part of the world, you know, something enters your blood. Once it catches on and the habit takes you over, you will surprise yourself. You know, you will surprise yourself. Starting might be a bit difficult, but if you decide, okay, every month I'm going to invest 20,000 Naira in a long-term investment. I didn't know the equivalent of 20,000 Naira in cedis now. So if someone is familiar with that, you can tell me. I've forgotten, you know, the last time I was in Ghana, how much they exchanged in Naira for, because the Naira has been, you know, really totally messed up in recent times. So, but just equivalent of that, okay? So maybe in Ghana, if you're talking about something like 100 cedis every month, okay, it is doable. In Kenya, I don't know how many shillings, you know, that represents, you know, like something that an average worker who tasks himself or herself can change. But let's go with this 20,000. So, in 5 years, now there's something you call nominal returns and real returns. So let's say that that investment is compounding at 20%, which is very, very possible from my experience investing in the stock market. Some stock picks that I have now, have done 50%. ICO insurance. Let me actually look at my portfolio as we're talking about it. Let me just pull it up. And I'll give you practical examples, because these things are not theory. Okay? So I'm being conservative when I say 20%, because very good stock picks beat inflation. Inflation right now is 30%, or over 30% in Nigeria. I believe it's over, I think it's about 33. Somebody who has the information can put it there for us. So let me just pull up my portfolio, which is the beautiful thing about the Nigerian stock market now. It's not what it used to be in those days. So a lot of people don't have their data or their facts. Nigerian stock market is high tech right now. So you see, I'm talking to you and I'm pulling up my portfolio, you know, like real life. Of course, I'm not going to share that with you. Okay, so what's going on here? I think internet connection. Or these people's server. But ICO insurance, I wanted to give the real number, but ICO insurance in the past 1 month, the last week of last year, did 50%. It did 50%. Come on, come up, Mr. Portfolio, come up. Okay, it did 50%. So what I'm illustrating is that 20% is not far-fetched, and especially where you have inflation that's double digits. You really have to have returns that beats inflation. That's when it makes sense. So if inflation is 30-something%, and then the interest rate is also 30%, I'm a layman, but my understanding is that if the inflation is 30-something%, and then the interest rate is, that's the cost of capital, is 30%. To beat inflation, you need to invest in something that gives you at least that 60%. Or if you talk about inflation, just beating inflation alone, you need to invest in something that gives you far more than what the inflation is to remain profitable. And the stock market does that. So it's a very good platform to preserve your capital. Okay, so now if you invest 20,000 naira at 20% return, in 5 years, that money would have been 2.1 million, 2,069,083 naira. Just putting aside 20,000 every single month and investing it, and it's compounding at 20%. So you can imagine what happens if it compounds at 30% or 40%, a little over inflation. Now there's what we call real returns and nominal returns. So what I've just given you right now in 5 years is the nominal return in 5 years. The real return adjusts for inflation. It adjusts for inflation. So if in the same period of time, that is 5 years, at 20% compounding, if you put down 20,000 naira every month, the real return adjusted for inflation, 10% inflation, will be 1,284,738 naira. Now, but the magic continues. In 10 years, doing the same thing and at the same nominal return of 20%, that 20,000 naira a month, in 10 years, by the time, so you are 30 years of age right now, and some of you who have been reaching me, you are in your late 20s, you're 29, 28, 30. If you start at 30, just doing it, and this is money that you can easily save, because that's like 5,000 naira every week, which is like 1,000 naira every day. I guarantee you, you can save 1,000 naira every day, because I'm in this system with you. You can save 1,000 naira every day. If you make up your mind to do it, you'll be amazed, how possible. Even all these traders, when I get to the market, I see them. I see some people, I think microfinance bank workers, go to these traders with their little notebooks. They go to filling station attendants, with that little notebook. And these people are saving every single day. Some are saving 1,000, some 1,500, some 500 naira on a single day. So anybody can do it, if you want. And then, to be honest, there have been times, instead of there are places I could walk. And I don't have to drive there, and I don't have to join a keke to go there. And then I have saved 200 naira. In fact, I'm telling you what I did today. I saved 400 naira, short distance. I could have joined keke. But see, my body needs to move and things like that. So that's just in the evening. So it is possible. So if you save and invest 20,000 naira every single month, now that you're 30 years old, by the time you are 40, you have 7,647,271 naira waiting for you. 7 million. Okay, at 20%. So you can imagine if you actually invest very well and beat inflation. So the compounding effect is insane. Now, by the time you're 50 years old, if you're putting together, if you're putting down and investing consistently 20,000 naira every month, by the time you're 50 years old, ladies and gentlemen, you will have 63,229,500 587, 63 million. And by the time you are 60 years old, you will totally retire. In fact, let me actually calculate that. Let me actually calculate that for you to tell you that what I'm talking about is so practical, and people are actually doing it. People are actually doing it. Let's say add 30 years. Okay, let me add 30 years to the Excel spreadsheet. Okay, so I'm telling you that if you start by the law of investment that I'm telling you, if you start small, whether you are in Ghana or Nairobi or whatever, because the mystery of investing is compounding. Okay, it's compounding. So just give me a moment. Let me tell you, if you start today, like you're 20 years old, you're 30 years old, if you start today, regularly putting something aside, okay, by the time you are 60, this your 20,000 naira every month has become, no, this is 15%. Yeah, this your 20,000 naira every month has become 467 million. 467,216,035. And I tell you the mystery. You will discover that when you start, at some point, you are going to do more than that 20,000 naira. You are going to, because the thing will become so sweet, so inspiring, that some months, instead of 20, you will do 200,000 and put it there. So what this can do for you, if you start today, in the next 20, 30 years, just 20,000 naira every month can give you as much as 2 billion. Don't play with compound interest. Don't play with compounding. In fact, everybody type it. Type it in the comment section. Type, don't play with compounding. Don't play with compounding. You know, that's the power of investing. And to think that there are some of you, you're already in your 40s or possibly in your 50s, and you don't have any investment anywhere. Guy, lady, that is fearful. You're literally going to beg through your old age. Don't play with compounding. Don't play with compounding. Compounding is the gift of God to every human being, rich or poor. Compounding is the secret gift that a poor person can use to free himself or herself from poverty. If you add compounding with discipline and patience, there's no poverty that you cannot conquer with compounding and investing. Don't play with compounding. Don't play with compounding. So now, if you don't have 100 cedis, please start by all means. Start with 50. Start with 20. If you don't have 20,000 naira, please by all means start with 5,000. Start with 5,000. Let the thing start compounding. 5,000 today, in another 40 years, with what you have just done, might become 500 million. Don't play with compounding. Compounding is a gift. It's a gift, you know, it's a gift of quantum proportions. Okay. Now, so that's one. That's by way of introduction. So now, yesterday we looked at the first 3 laws of wealth. I don't know how many of you were here yesterday, and then if you can remember, but law number 1 is that money grows when you put it to work. Okay, so just a recap. Money grows when you put it to work. So, if you put your money under the bed or you put it in the bank, it won't grow. So the law of investing is that, the number one law of investing is that money grows when you... Law number two, don't follow the crowd blindly. Don't follow the crowd blindly. Don't just invest because other people are investing. So, just because everyone else is doing it, is going into this hyped real estate, hyped forex, or even hyped stock market. Don't just do it because I say so, or because everyone is doing that. Think for yourself. Do your own research. That is very important in investing. Don't be relying on the recommendations, stock recommendations, buy recommendations of other people. Take the recommendations, but do your own research. That's law number two. Law number three, investing law number three, wealth takes time. Be patient. Be patient. Wealth takes time. Wealth takes time. How many times can I say this, especially to our youth in Africa? We are in such a hurry to make it. We are in such a hurry to make it. And many of us set ourselves back by the kind of decisions that we make because we want to get rich quick, because we want to be like our peers, because we want to come to social media and show off our wealth. For what reason? That's totally unnecessary. That's totally unnecessary. Okay? So that's the three laws that we did. Now we're going to go to law number 4. And before we do that, as usual, please take a moment. Everyone, take a moment and share. Share this. Everyone, please take a moment right now. So I'm going to give you 15 seconds. Take a moment and share this. So your caption you can say in your caption, come and learn about investing. Come and learn about investing for your future. Okay? Come and learn about investing for your future. So just use that caption, share it, and then of course, as usual, come to the comment section and let me know that you have shared it. Just type shared. So I'll give you another 7 seconds and then we go to law number 4. Okay, have you shared? Have you shared? Type shared in the comment section. Let me know that you have done that and let me thank you. Okay. All right. Thank you, Chinda. Thank you, Chinda. Bekwele. Hello, James Creighton. Hi, Ruth Johnson. Thank you for joining. Kiruka Eroku. Okay. All right. So let's go to investing law. Okay. Number 4. So these are the 7 laws of investment that guarantee financial success. Law number 4. Spread your risk. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Spread your risk is law of investment. Now, so let me say that risk is a constant feature of true investment. If anybody comes to you and says, come and invest in this, put your money in here, put your $1,000 here, it's a risk-free investment. Run for your life. No investment is 100% risk-free. So one of the ways that you find out that something is a Ponzi scheme or is a scam is when people tell you, oh, it's no risk, just drop your money. And then every 22nd of the month, we will pump your profit into your account. Run for your life. Therefore, because investments carry risk, you need to educate yourself in risk management. In trading forex, you need to understand your risks. You need to understand the lot sizes you're trading. You need to use your stop losses. You need to use many other devices to protect yourself from risk, from losing your capital. So investments carry risk. Therefore, don't put everything that you have in one basket. So diversify your investment so that if one fails, the other one can protect you. Last year, my business did not do well. but other investments, paid the bills for last year. My business did not do well last year because it appeared that many of our clients, were busy trying to survive. So consulting and coaching wasn't the very primary thing in their minds and then in their budgets. But thank God I have investments. If I didn't have investments in other places like in the financial market and then in agriculture, which I started last year, then again in commodity trading, in palm oil, which I started last year. Last year would have been very difficult. So you see why diversifying is important. Okay? There's a quote by Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett said, "Don't put all your eggs in one basket unless you're watching that basket very carefully." Yeah, so sometimes you can actually put your eggs in one basket. And he says that the condition is if you're watching it very, very carefully. All right? So diversification is one of the ways you protect yourself from risk. Okay, so that is law number 4. Law number 5. Only invest in what you understand. Okay, type it in the comment section. I can't shout this enough. Only invest in what you understand. Only invest in what you understand, including the stock market I'm encouraging you to do. Your first step is knowledge. That's why I have written that book. I believe it is in the comment section or it is pinned somewhere. Okay, that link, let me see. How do I feature this? I'm still learning this. Yeah, this is not the one that I was looking for. Okay, so let me feature that book. Recently added. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So let me feature this. Let me see if you can find it. Alrighty. Okay. So it's featured right now. The book on the stock market. So this law says if you don't understand it, please do not invest in it. You will lose your money. I'm looking at all the people who are saying, "Oh, I lost money in the stock market. I lost money in the stock market," and all that. I'm looking at all of them. And then by the time they say why they lost it, you can tell that these people were totally ignorant. They had no knowledge about what they were doing. Someone said in the comment section, "I bought shares in GT Bank, and since then I've never heard from them." He said, "I bought shares in GT Bank." Was it 2001? Like 5-7 years ago. And she said, "I have never heard from them." So you can imagine such ignorance. What do you mean that you've never heard from them? Where are the shares? Which stockbroker? And those shares are probably there. Not probably, they are there. If she actually bought it in the CSCS, it's there. It's not lost. But because she's ignorant about how it happens, the dividends are also not lost, because that's how you have unclaimed dividends. Probably because there's information that she did not feel. She doesn't know about having a direct access to having a CSCS account, Central Securities Clearing System. So where all the stocks you bought, even 20-something years ago, they are all there, including the ones you forgot. Okay? So, but what she doesn't know, and she's there spreading her ignorance. "Oh, Nigerian stock market doesn't work. I bought GT Bank 5 years ago. Since up till now, I haven't heard from them." What are you expecting to hear from them? So you're expecting GT Bank to call you? That's not. So you understand what I mean? She doesn't understand it. So don't invest in what you don't understand, including the stock market. I'm telling you to invest. The first thing is to understand it. That's why I wrote that book. That's why I wrote it. It's right there. It's featured right now as we're talking. How to invest and earn in the Nigerian stock market. And of course, it's the same thing that applies whether you are trading the New York Stock Exchange or Nairobi Stock Exchange or Ugandan Stock Exchange or Ghana Stock Exchange or Johannesburg. It's the same principles. So educate yourself. Go to YouTube videos. Educate yourself about whatever you want to invest in. Because it is by law. If you don't understand it, you will lose that money. If you want to invest in stock market, don't invest because I'm encouraging you. Do what I did. I learned about it. I paid also for knowledge to get to know about it. I stayed very close to my stockbroker. I befriended my stockbroker. I remember in those days, 2003, 2004, 2005, I befriended my stockbrokers. And it's the same people I've been using since that time. Since 2003, they are the same stockbrokers I'm using. I've grown with them. I've befriended them. I have a relationship with them. So I would ask questions. So don't invest in what you don't understand. If you don't know how something works, don't put your money in it. Learn first, invest later. Everybody type that. Every single one of you, type it. Learn first, invest later. I want you to be your mantra tonight. Type it. Every one of you, type it in the comment section. Learn first, invest later. Learn first, invest later. Don't put your money in real estate if you do not learn and have understanding of how real estate works. Don't put your money in stock market if you do not understand how the stock market works. Don't put your money in forex. Don't put your money in online business or anything you don't understand. Don't even put your money in agriculture if you do not understand how it works. Learn first. Always learn first. Invest later. And then many of you, the only way you want to learn is to keep on coming to comment section to ask, what is treasury bill? What is this? Why don't you find out? Why don't you research? Many of the questions you are asking, they are all there, answered on YouTube, on Google, Investopedia. There's no question you are asking about treasury bills, about bonds, about mutual funds, about that you won't find answers there. Learn, research. Stop relying on somebody to. So even when I finish talking to you, you need to verify. You need to go build on what I've shared with you. Let it inspire you to go and learn more. Don't continue to ask basic questions that you can find out. Learn first, invest later. Because you should only invest in what you understand by law. Okay? King Solomon said, the fool prospers for a time, but loses all. For he knows not what he does. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Oh my. He says it all. King Solomon, that guy was wise. He said, the fool prospers for a time, but loses all. For he knows not what he does. So many people have lost a lot of money. A lot of money in the stock market. Money that they shouldn't have lost. And the reason that they lost it is what Solomon is saying here. He said the fool prospers for a time, but loses all. Why? Because he knows not what he does. And I listen to stories and stories of woes of people in the stock market. And I'm like, are you serious? They certainly didn't know what they were doing. So they lost it. I mean, you actually deserve to lose it. Why do you put your money in something you don't understand? The reason I have prospered, I've done very well. This is 2003. This is my 22nd year in the Nigerian stock market. It's done very, very handsomely for me. I'm constantly learning. I'm studying. I'm not even an expert, and I didn't read economics in the university. But all the information is there. And then sometimes I get into coaching programs where I learn from the people who are doing it. I remember a guy, who I decided to relate with. He said, I gave him something in banter. So he was running the stock watch. He was a guy, who was very brilliant, a couple of years ago, he was publishing very beautiful journals, stock watch. But I think, unfortunately, maybe Nigerians didn't encourage him or something. He stopped. So at some point, he was trying to revive it online. So I was relating with him. He gave me stock watch, and I was writing articles for him. I did a couple of articles for him. All in the bid to learn more. So the more you learn, the more you increase your chances of profiting in that platform, whether it is real estate or whether it is in stock market or whether it is in online business. Warren Buffett says, never invest in a business you don't understand. It's the same thing we've been saying. Okay? Never invest in a business you don't understand. Okay, so before you buy Bitcoin or before you enter Forex trading, take a beginner's course. Okay? The 2008 financial crisis revealed massive losses from complex investments even experts failed to understand. You know what happened in 2008. All right, so invest only in what you understand. Investment law number 6. I hope someone is writing this, typing this down. Investment law number 6. Protect your money. Losses are harder to recover. Protect your money. It's harder to recover it than to protect it from being lost. The $100,000 I lost in 2007, 2008 to Nespetco and Wellzone. This is 2025. I've not seen $1 of that money. And then many times they wake up one day and tell us, oh, okay, that the federal government just froze the account, that our monies are still there. They froze the account. Then they will call us, come to Keja, fill this form, fill that, fill that. It happens so many times. As I'm talking to you, that money, $100,000. As I'm talking to you right now, I have not smelt 1 cent out of it. And it's no use. It's no use trying to cry over it. It's not coming back. So I had to move on. So the agony of trying to recover your money is worse than the discipline you have to use to protect it. But remember, there's also danger in overprotecting. Because if you overprotect your capital, if you overprotect your money, you will never invest. So there's a need for balance. Because you've also heard the saying that there's high risk, high return. If an investment is high risk, it also has high return. If it's low risk, it also has low return. So you have to balance things a little bit. So protect your money. How do you do that? Avoid risky investments that could wipe out your hard-earned cash. You know, so what happens easily for beginner traders in Forex? They blow up their accounts over and over again because often they are over-leveraged. So avoid risky investments that wipe out your hard-earned cash. Solomon said, a city breached and left unguarded is easy prey for ruin. Warren Buffett said, in fact, this is one of his most famous quotes. He said, rule number 1, never lose money. Rule number 2, never forget rule number 1. Did you get it? Okay. Rule number 1, never lose money. Rule number 2, never forget rule number 1. So law number 6, protect your money because losses are harder to recover. Minimize unnecessary risks. Okay. And then you can protect yourself against inflation by investing in treasury bills or dollar-denominated assets via Bamboo. You know, many of you have been saying you want to invest in the New York Stock Exchange and things like that. This is the same thing, the same law. Learn first, invest later. So you can download Bamboo or Trove. Learn, take the beginner lessons, understand it very well. And then what I do myself to hedge against the currency and against the inflation is I have set up a system to earn dollar every day, no matter how small. No matter how small, I earn money in dollars every day, no matter how small. I'm not talking about big money. But you see, it's the principle. Let me look at how much I've earned today in dollar. It's in principle. So it's not a lot of money, but it's the principle. And of course, once you establish it, like once I establish it, I can scale it. But there's no reason anyone here should earn money only in your local currency. In the world that we're living in today, there's no reason why you should earn money only in your local currency. All right, so yesterday, today's one is not out. Yesterday, I made $1.76. It's something. Don't neglect the days of small beginning. It's something. There have been days I did $50. There have been days I did $20, $30. So one of the assignments I'm giving all of you is to set up a system where you earn money. It's called everyday money. And for those of you who also want to have access to my system that earns everyday income, that is what we are going to do on day 2 or day 3. Day 3 of the Financial Fitness Challenge coming up 18th to 21st of February, which if you have not registered, if you've not enrolled, it's a massive opportunity to work with me. Many of you come to my DM, I want you to mentor me. I don't have that. I don't have the bandwidth. I have probably close to 300,000 people, who follow me online. It's not a lot of people, but it's a lot of people to mentor everybody one-on-one. So this financial fitness challenge is usually the opportunity for people to work with me closer. So one of the things that we're going to be doing during the financial fitness challenge is everyday money. Okay. So that is law number 6. And then finally, law number 7. I'm almost wondering if this is the most important law. So I was saving it for last. Law number 7, everybody, are you ready for it? Say yes, say yes. So law number 7, invest in yourself first. Type it, type it, type it, type it, everyone. Invest in yourself first. And the reason I always want you to type these things is that when you type them, for some reason, just that hand-brain coordination does something, electrically speaking, in your body that makes it stick to your memory. So writing helps the mind to remember. So law number 7, invest in yourself first. Invest in yourself first. Okay? The more you learn and grow, the smarter your financial decisions will be, and the greater your returns. I want to say that again because you need to see the connection. The more you learn and grow, the smarter your financial decisions become. And the smarter your financial decisions become, the more returns and profits you make. Stop going for all this get rich quick thing and all that. Wealth is a process. It's a process. So one of my famous quotes, that's my own personal quote, is that wealth is not what you have. Wealth is who you are. And I've just broken it down for you. Wealth is not what you have. Wealth is who you are. See, the more you invest in yourself, the smarter you become in making financial decisions. And then the smarter you are in making financial decisions, the greater your returns. My personal example, it was because I was learning and growing that nobody taught me. Nobody taught me this. So one day, because of my learning, I said, listen, one of the secrets of wealth is to have an owner mindset, not just a consumer or user mindset. If I must be wealthy, I must think like an owner, not as a user. See, because the world has owners and has users. Many of you here, you're using phone, you're using internet, you're using all kinds of things around you. You're using solar, like I'm actually on solar, right now. You're eating food, you're using transportation, you're using fuel every day, you're using water, drinking water. How many of these things you use do you own? You're using money, you're using the banking apps, you're using technology. How many of these things you use do you own? The technology that you're using, how much of it do you own? So it was now when I was learning, I said, listen, I have been a user for a greater part of my life. Now I want to be an owner. How can I be an owner? So I made a list of all the things I use. Telecommunications, that's technology. I eat food every day. I use the bank literally every day. I use bank apps. Okay, so I use it to collect payment. I use it to send payment. I use it to check the status of my financial affairs and things like that. So I use the phone every day. You know what I did? I now went to the stock market and became an owner in everything I use. So today, my internet bills, before I got the Starlink, so Starlink not yet, but all my internet bills until I just got the Starlink last month, all my internet bills are paid for by the dividends from my investment. Now I became an owner because by buying shares in these banks and this telecommunications company, I became an owner. I stopped being a user. Because I found that all the wealthy people that I know, they are not users. They own these things, and because of it, they do not complain when you complain. I own banks. I own substantial shares in the banks I use. So they are my banks. You will never see me on any of my posts come to complain about the banks. Not that they are perfect. But the thing is, because they belong to me, will you complain against what you have, what belongs to you? And you've never heard me one day come online to complain about, MTN, because I own it. I own MTN. I'm a shareholder. So I can't come and start complaining against my property. But rather, I want to see how to make it better. Fortunately, they are one of my clients and I consult for them. So you see, I own the things I use. I own the bank. So whenever they charge you money, you cry. But I'm happy because you're making me rich. And if that makes you angry, come join me, invest, own these banks, own them. Have you ever seen like all these Nigerian bank owners? Have you seen them complaining about their banks? Have you seen Tony Lumelu come to complain about UBA? It's the people, the users who are complaining, not the owners. Have you seen MTN coming to complain about the service quality? No, MTN CEO coming to complain about the service quality. No, you're complaining because you're the user. But because I'm an owner, if I don't get whatever, it feels different. Because anytime, okay, oh, this guy is, no signal in this place, what's going on? It doesn't annoy me very much. Because I'm an owner. I become a bit more understanding. It's okay, maybe, this diesel cost and all that, maintaining these base stations, I can understand. And then these are forex challenges, they are bringing in things in dollars and they are earning in naira. So I make excuse for them. I make explanation for them. Why? Because I'm an owner. But if I was a user, you see how angry these people, they should go to jail. Where is the something commission? Whatever. But I'm an owner. I'm an owner. As an owner, I understand the struggles. But then I also share in the profit. So you think as an owner, why did I tell you this story? Because law number 7 says invest in yourself first. Because the more you learn and grow, the smarter your financial decisions will be. Do you see how smart my financial decision to invest in everything I'm using? Everything I'm using, invest in them. That was a smart financial decision. So that instead of cannibalizing my capital, using my capital directly to buy airtime and all that, I use my dividends. And indeed, the dividends from my investments pay for my phone calls and my data. Isn't that smart? Talk to me. Isn't that smart? And that's why I tell people, I'm not rich yet. I will be because I'm in the path, I'm in the journey, but I'm wise. And wise is better. Because wisdom makes you live like the rich, even before you become rich. Are you getting what I'm saying? I think it's something to tie that. Wisdom makes you live like the rich, even before you become rich. Oh my goodness, I never said this before. Somebody capture that. Wisdom makes you live rich, not even live like the rich. Wisdom makes you live rich, even before you become rich. So a lot of people everywhere, people who know me in the neighborhood, people I deal with, they believe I'm a multi-billionaire. And I don't blame them. They believe I have billions. No, I'm not. And I see lots of people go online, they're typing Obo Awoke Obo's net worth. When people search about me, I have a way of knowing. I have something on Google that tells me what people are searching about me. And once somebody puts a search, I find out what people are searching. So in recent times, people have been typing Obo Awoke Obo's net worth. They want to know, how much. So the thing is, don't search. It's not much. But you will not know why, because wisdom makes you rich even before you become rich. Makes you live like the rich. You lack nothing. You have peace. You have money. You have enough for everything that you want. Okay? And so wisdom makes you live rich even long before you become rich. So that's why wisdom is important. And that's why when Solomon was given the opportunity, he didn't ask for wealth. He didn't ask directly for wealth. He knew that with wisdom, wealth will come. So the guy was very smart. He asked for wisdom. And he became wealthy. Okay. So self-improvement is the foundation of success. So learn financial literacy. Stay close to my page. And if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, go there. There's a lot of stuff there. There's over 400 videos there. 400 free. Learn. Many of the questions you people ask me, I've already covered them. You know, if you go to that page, you can remain on my YouTube channel. You can remain on my YouTube channel for like 7 days non-stop consuming. And then if you watch those videos, there's no way your life will not change. And then my videos are usually very, very practical. They are not theory. Okay? So, go to my YouTube channel right now. Let me see if I can actually put it in the comment section. And subscribe. Go through those videos. Watch them. Self-improvement. Self-learning. When you learn, you can literally change your bank account. You can change your financial experience through learning. So I cannot say that enough. So I'm putting my YouTube channel right now in the comment section. So if you just click it, it will take you directly to that place. So I'll just put it in the comment section right now. Okay, so there's a whole lot to learn there. And then just two quotes. The first one from King Solomon. He said, wisdom is more profitable than silver and yields better returns than gold. I just illustrated it in my own life. Wisdom is more profitable than silver and yields better returns than gold. I can tell you, it's wisdom. Like Solomon says that wisdom is to keep your foot away from evil and to keep your hands away from evil. He said that is wisdom. I can't tell you how much keeping my foot away from evil has done for me in my marriage. This is the 30th year of my marriage that we are entering, you know, with my wife. 30 good years with this amazing, amazing woman. Amazing, amazing woman. I think the best thing that God can help a man with is to give you a good wife. See, because if I had the bad wife, did you know that not even $1 billion could have made me the happy person and peaceful man that I am today? I returned to my house is peaceful for 30 years. See, because a man needs, so when I see homes where people quarrel and they scream at each other and all that, to be honest, I don't know how, because I can't imagine it. I can't imagine a man goes out to work, comes home, and then meets quarrel. You know, but it's a blessing. And it's also wisdom that has kept me faithful in that relationship. So, I do not have one baby mama somewhere dragging me, one baby mama in Kenya dragging me and then dragging me online. They say, okay, the baby looks like Obo, I work Obo. I do not have a baby mama in the US. I do not, all the places I've gone in Asia, in Europe, in America, in different African countries, there's no place, and I've really, really traveled. Before the pandemic in 2019, my wife and I sat down to look at the number of days I had been away and nights I've been away from home. And we counted over 250 days and nights. I was in different places. You know, today in Liberia, the next day, Sierra Leone, Ghana, Nigeria, Tanzania. Like within 1 week, I've gone to different places, 2-3 different countries within a week. And each of those places traveling alone, meeting, in fact, on one occasion in Ghana, a girl came directly and said, just looked at my face, you know, in the night. My wife was not there, nobody was there. Said, sir, do you want sex? She wanted to follow me and things like that. Now, it's wisdom that kept me from that. Can you imagine what that would do? You know, a lot of people say, you know, these things, you know, a couple of weeks ago, some guy wrote on, I saw what he posted on Facebook. The guy is followed by you know, probably 500,000 people. So he's a huge influencer. And then men love him because he says the things that they want to hear. So he was saying, oh no, that fornication does not stop you from getting wealthy. That what makes you wealthy is, I don't even know how he put it. In other words, he said these things don't matter. That's not wisdom. I'm telling you. Because the peace I have inside, I don't even know how to explain it to you people. It's the peace, the contentment, while I'm still aspiring and I still have goals, but the peace and the contentment within is incredible. Okay, so Solomon says wisdom is more profitable than silver and yields better returns than gold. Warren Buffett says the best investment you can make is in yourself. So never neglect yourself. As we round off tonight, I want you to sleep with that the best investment you can make is yourself. Look here, look behind me here. You see all these books you see here? This is not all. So this entire library, this is like a third of my library. It's like a third of my library. Now, all these books, believe you me, I have opened all of them, because I bought them. So let me tell you how I bought these books. They are not just random books. Every time I step into the United States, the very first, whenever I step into a city that I'm going to stay for a week, 2 weeks, or 3 weeks, first thing I identify, I go online. First thing I do all the time, my wife will tell you, my children will tell you, I go online and I search used bookstores near me. Used bookstores near me. And of course, America is a great country. You know, you type used bookstores near me, you will see dozens, so many, scores of used bookstores where they sell used books. So most of these books, I got them from used bookstores. I'm always having extra luggage coming back from America. America is such a blessed country. You know, I mean, it's also a mysterious country. You know, there's all kinds of things. Whatever you want, you get in America. If you want evil, you will get it. If you want good, you will get it. It's amazing, you know. You go to some neighborhoods like, I use an Airbnb in Upper Manhattan in New York. And I was surprised at the internet that was publicly available with massive speed. I was getting like 300, 400 megabits per second speed of internet. Free. So you sit in that little park, it's not quite a park, but if you know Upper Manhattan, there is, you see sitting areas in between the two sides of the road, the dual carriage. You see some sitting areas, some little garden or something, and then with places you can sit. The internet is free, high speed. Then in America, you enter a bookstore. Even though I think Amazon and then online sales have been affecting some of those traditional bookstores, you know, you get into a bookstore. I go into a bookstore in America, and you can read in the bookstore. You can read, and there's coffee, you know, there's whatever, you know, so you can read there. They have places for you where you can read. So I pick these books and I'm reading them. Look, I have a selection of like 7, 8 books. So I want to read the ones I could read, and then I want to buy the ones I could buy before I return to Nigeria. And I'm there until the bookstore is closing. And then the attendants ask me, would you like us to hold the books for you? Would you like us to hold it for you and you can continue tomorrow? It's amazing. Amazing. I say, yes, hold it. And they actually hold it. When I get to the bookstore the next day, they give me the books. They held it for me. They didn't reshelve them. Incredible place. Incredible place. Who will do that for you here in this country? If you even enter a store and you are going through, you will hear, Oga, give us a chance now. Make other customers, they come. They block road. Oga, if you want buy, make a buy book. If you know want buy, make a drop them. Other customers, they come. You get what I'm saying? So when I go to those used bookstores, I sit there. You know, I get there like 10 a.m. I'm still there at 5 p.m., sometimes 6 p.m. because I just love books. I just love books. Books have blessed me. Books have helped me. Books actually brought me to where I am. Books helped me to get a job in Shell, surveyor job, while I was zoology major. People find that story incredulous. But it was reading. It was self-development, personal development. And some people have concluded, oh, maybe he had a godfather there. Which godfather? Which godfather in Shell? Personal development will take you to places you never imagined. So invest in yourself. Read it. Sometimes stop scrolling and read a good book. One idea you get from one book can set you free forever. That's what Rich Dad Poor Dad did for me. That's what George Clason's Richest Man in Babylon did for me. That's what Og Mandino's The Greatest Salesman in the World did for me. Those books set me free. That's what The Alchemist did for me. And I have all those books here. That's what John Maxwell's book on attitudes did for me. Books changed. Books made me the person I am today. Excuse me. So, take investment in yourself very seriously. Remember we said earlier, learn first, invest later. So invest in yourself. Okay. So let me make a conclusion. Let me summarize those 7 laws, and then we will take our aha moments as usual. You'll type your aha moments. Actually, as I'm taking the 7 laws, the summary, I want you to type your aha moments. Type your aha moment. What is it you heard tonight that has made your day? What is it that you heard tonight that inspired? What is your aha moment? What was like your, what is an African language for aha moment? Sometimes I struggle to explain aha moment, but I'm sure you understand what I mean. So something you heard today that made you say aha. Okay, type it in the comment section. So while you do that, in summary, law number 1, money grows when you put it to work. That is law number 1. So don't let your money sit idle. Invest it in things that make it grow, like businesses, like stocks, like real estate. That is law number 1. Law number 2, don't follow the crowd blindly. Just because everyone else is doing it doesn't mean it is smart. Think for yourself and do your research. Law number 3, wealth takes time. Be patient. Building wealth is a marathon. It's not a sprint. Consistent small investments over time lead to big results. Now, so don't want to do it, get rich quickly because you think it will make you happier. I'm telling you, the process of getting rich is actually a very, very happy process. The process of discipline becomes really sweet to your soul because you see the things unfolding. You see the seeds you're sowing and unfolding on a daily basis. It's very, very sweet. It actually makes you happy. Law number 4, spread your risk. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Diversify your investments so that if one fails, others can protect you. Law number 5, only invest in what you understand. If you don't know how something works, don't put your money in it. Learn first, invest later. Law number 6, protect your money. Losses are harder to recover. And law number 7, invest in yourself first. The more you learn and grow, the smarter your financial decisions will be, and the greater your returns. All right, so time for your aha moments. Okay, type your aha moments, and I'm going to acknowledge you. Read it before we go. Your aha moments. What inspired you today? Soji says, interesting. Investing, I believe you mean, in yourself before investing in stock and real estate. Absolutely. Favor says, my aha moment, the mystery of investment is compounding. Absolutely, Favor. Absolutely. Chinda says, become an owner of what you use. Fantastic. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Obed Ugama says, I need to learn before I invest in any business. Okay. I will invest in myself so that I will become a better person. Absolutely fantastic. Tapa says investment diversification. Very good. Okay. Samuel says wisdom is profitable than silver and yield better results than gold. Absolutely. Absolutely. Obed says, thank you very much, sir. God will bless you for us. We are grateful for your time and always share with us. We love you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate your gratitude. Ikechukwu Ugu says, Ikechukwu Ugu or Ugu. Okay. My today takeaway is that the more you learn, the greater you earn. I love the way you put it, Ike. I like the way you put it. Okay. Stephen says, learn first, invest later. Fantastic. All right. Isaac also says, my aha moment is self-investment. Very good. Wabina, Michael says, learn first, invest later. Fantastic. Soji, thanks very much, sir, for the correction in my spelling. Yeah, Soji, I got that. Yeah. You know, this auto correction sometimes can type things you didn't mean. Ziwa says, what happens if you buy a stock at a certain amount? 2-3 years later, the stock have not gained in value. So you look at what we call the fundamentals. You always monitor the information about that stock. If a stock remains at the same price for 3 years, it's not a good thing. Find out what is going on in that company. Don't focus on the stock price. Focus on the company. Why are they not making progress? If you think that the company is actually very, very valuable, it's just that people are not aware of it. But I don't know why a company will stay like that for 3 years. So find out the reason. And if you find out that that company is going down, that they're actually going down, get out, sell it, and buy something else. But monitor your stocks by monitoring the companies you buy. Monitor the news. Find out what's happening in the company. Are they making profit? Are they about? In the same way, you find out when you're monitoring stocks or companies, maybe they just had a new management and they're about to turn around things. That stock market will skyrocket, you know. Maybe they get a very big name in the industry as CEO to come and turn around that company. That stock will do very well. All right. But always watch the company. Don't watch stock price. Read the news of what's going on. Okay. Anyanso Aguara says, aha moment, only invest in what you understand. Very good. Chidi Chikwendu says, aha, learn before you invest. Very good. Favor says, another aha moment, wealth is not what you have, it is it is who you are. Very good. Okay. Didi James says, do not invest in something you don't understand how it works. Very, very good. So first of all, understand it before you do that. Now says, good evening to you. The number posted, I'm trying it on WhatsApp. It's failing to show up. I don't know what number is that, except if it has, okay, so you can DM me your own and then I can WhatsApp you from there. Okay, Sumaila says, my aha moment, money grows when it is put to work. It is not enough to save, but also to invest genuinely. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. All right. So with that said, this is where we're going to draw the curtain today. Tomorrow, we will continue with another very interesting topic that I'm going to review tomorrow. But we are going to be here same time tomorrow, sharing this information. Make sure that the people in your network are aware of this, okay, by sharing with them, both sharing on your page and also sharing the knowledge you are getting. Share with your family members, share with everyone else. Let's learn together and let's take Africa out of this situation that we found ourselves, you know, through knowledge. So thank you very much for being with me tonight. And whatever happens, keep showing up because you have no idea what's coming your way next. See you exactly same time tomorrow. Good night.